Annie, come here. Look.
Okay, so what were you saying about the it's all about the money, the border crisis, the inflation, the war in Ukraine?
Not the war in Ukraine.
What's the war in Ukraine about?
Putin.
Okay. Let's go back to what you were saying about the border crisis. It's all about the money.
The border crisis.
Yeah, you were saying it's all about the money. They get they
Oh yeah.
they hold the person there. They say,
like with the
"We'll let you go before the authorities you get here, but if you give us the money."
Yeah. They let you go before the FBI comes up and picks you up. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can pay the money, they'll let you go. That's how it was, and that was in what 2006? No, 2000. I forgot when I was in there.
And what were you saying about it? Used to be about the kids first, the family first, then money, and now
love, kids, and then money. But now they put the money ahead of everything.
Right. Yeah. You know who does that? The Democratic Party. Portland, the summer of love. All those rioters destroying small businesses. The Democratic Party bailed them out of jail so they can go out and destroy more businesses.
And was that recently?
Yeah, BLM, burn, loot, and murder. Well, some people call it Black Lives Matter. I call it burn, loot, and murder. That's what it is.
It is.
So I came across a pretty cool quote from Jackson Lemire. Any American who pays their own bills knows the State of the Union. Did you say the State of the Union address? Yeah. Did you see Nancy? She was all smiles. Isn't that amazing? Us Americans, we're suffering. Inflation's high. All this crap. And Nancy's smiling. And then when there's a president in there that actually does stuff for the people, make the prices, energy and independence, makes the prices, so the workers can afford it. And then she's tearing up his speech, being disrespectful like that. Not that Trump is respectable, but you don't have to be to people, because we need a strong leader, and we got to wait 3 more years before we have one. Come on, Andy, what do you want?
She's nosy.
Every time I try to give her a piece of turkey. She took the first piece. Maybe she doesn't like it.
This is turkey, right?
Yeah, turkey lunch meat.
She wants the ham now. That's the thing at home. I got her ham, and now she gets bored after a certain while, and then she goes back to it.
Oh,
she's picky on food.
All right. Well,
so you want to see this now or what?
I'll watch it later.
I think we're watching. That's why I brought it, so we could see it. I wanted you to see it. It's 63, 64, and 65.
Ed Sullivan, Beatles. Okay.
It's in every house in America.
That's what the left does. That's why the left wants the government to have more power. They want to be able to. The government likes to regulate what does not support its power out of existence. I think people that don't see that suffer from a learning disability. The government likes to regulate things out of existence for the sake of more government power.
We gotta go back to the old days.
With certain things, yes, we do.
Yeah, we do. This is bullshit. It's supposed to be a free country. What happened to it? They want to take that away too. Making all this shit,
Repairing tapes to listen to at work. Hey, you remember who Paul Young is, right? He was one of 2 singers for Mike and the Mechanics. It was Paul Kyrak and then also Paul Young. So the band Mike and the Mechanics had 2 singers. Hey, hear about the new dumb thing Whoopi Goldberg said? Yeah, another leftist with a God complex. Surprise, surprise. America is evil. America's evil because we won't go and fight for Ukraine. She wants to start World War III. It used to be the Republicans were accused of being the warmongers. Now it's the left. The left wants the war. as long as it suits their agenda, their narrative.
I told Uncle Pete about that shirt I made up. I said, you said it was cool. I said to him, I said, what did you do? I said,
Oh, the one I got on video, on a past video on my YouTube channel?
You know how they said Black Lives Matters last year? You know?
Right.
And he says, yeah. I says, I put White Lives Matter. And I said, Michael thought that was cool that he took a picture of it or something. And
I put it on YouTube. It's on a past video.
I said in the back, the girl said, you know where I had it made? And he goes, yeah. I said, the girl said, I was going to put that black people, I said, stop complaining because you have everything you need anyway, you know? And, and she says, no, don't do it like that. It's better if you say you worked for...
You got everything you worked for.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, because then they wouldn't beat you up, or she was worried about that or some shit.
Right.
So I said I wore it at Walmart. I said, and all the good people were going their thumbs.
And
up.
I said I would have put it.
That was cool. That's cool. I go, that's cool, brother. I mean, they all congratulated me, and they all were thinking, you know, finally somebody stood up for himself.
Remember I told you I would have.
I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean?
I would have put a little different in the back, but your way probably more people would understand it your way, anyways. But I would have said, yeah, White Lives Matter. You know, black people. You already affirmative action already saw to it that you got everything you want. So
yeah.
We don't get that
And then I told him about that. '96 when I worked at McDonald's in North Lake. You know that's where he was. Had met Uncle Ann. He was the manager there. You know, the boss.
Right.
And all of us worked there.
Yeah, it's kind of nasty under there, Annie. I don't think you want to go under that table.
Anyway, all of us worked there. You know, Auntie Ann. You know, and Auntie Diane and me. And I said in '96 when I worked there, he says, yeah. I was in the break room and this black guy had his boombox, you know, and I was listening to this rap song, "Fuck the White Bitch," you know, and then put her against the wall. So I looked at the black young nigger and I said, you know, in the '70s, I said, when Mick Jagger said, "Why do you taste so good, just like a black girl should?" They made a big stink, you know. I says, your people made a big stink, and they said, oh, we want him to go in the studio and change the words, you know. Why you taste so good, just like a young girl should. So Mick Jagger went in the studio and they threw away all the black girl, you know, things, you know, on the records, you know. And they made him go in the studio and said, why do you taste so good, just like a young girl should, you know. Because they made a big deal. I saw you, and I says, so you know, and you're putting down our women by saying fuck the white bitch, put her against the wall. He goes, that was then and this is now. I said, that doesn't make a difference.
Right.
You're still putting our women down. You know what I mean? You know.
Oh yeah.
But then I start thinking to myself. I said, these bitches today. They listen to the government, you know.
Well,
Big Daddy, the government says, that's cool.
They all strive to be married to Big Daddy government. Whatever Big Daddy government says, Big Daddy government gets.
They're losing what we did in the '70s when they didn't like nothing. They put up signs and they used to go, "Hey, fuck you, government. We don't like this shit. We don't like the war." You know, in Vietnam. You know, like the war in Vietnam, you know?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know, they say, peace, praise, we don't want the war, fuck the war, you remember?
Oh, yeah.
You know, now it's like, if the government said it, we're going to go along with it.
Yeah, I got to...
What is this shit?
I hate to interrupt you, but, you know, I'm so glad I saved your life. I really am.
No, isn't it fucking true? They're whips. The white people are getting to be whips.
Yep.
They don't stand
Wimps.
up for themselves.
I think you mean the word wimp, right?
Yeah. And what I hear now, they're talking of making a nigger holocaust. You know, a museum in Milwaukee. You know, when I heard that, I switched the station. And now they're showing again that mixer shit commercial. They stopped it for a while. I thought, good, they're probably taking a survey. You know, you can tell when people turn it off. You know what I mean? You know, with the nigger and the white girl and the mixed kids, you know? Now I thought, oh, good, it's over with. You know what I mean? They probably got enough clicks, you know, off, you know? And now they're starting to bring it back
This is real
again.
Racism, people.
And
not what the government tells you.
Again.
There's no such thing as systemic racist. What racism is what you see before you, right here, folks, for the record. There is no such thing as systemic racist, right? There's no such thing as systemic racism.
No,
Yep.
they feel the same
Racism
way
is
we
what
do
you're
in
looking at right
Chicago.
now. Yep.
Only out here, you know why? Because they remember when we went to the health club in the '80s over there in Melrose, and they had that
Yes, I do.
two-story-
Bally Midway. It doesn't exist anymore, but yeah.
You remember the sign? It said "niggers that way," and they said in Winston Park it said
That
niggers.
part I don't remember. I was only
The
10.
cops left it up. Remember? Oh, I tell people about that, and they laugh when they thought that you were a midget. Because you had all the muscles in your rib cage. They walked in, look, you took your shirt off. Remember you could go in the girls section and you took your shirt off and they came up to me, they go, we know you know him because we see you with him all the time. And they go, is he a kid or a midget? I go, he's a midget. They go, okay. And they stop chasing you.
My memory of that is very vague. However, the only clear memory of that is I was running around the ring place, and finally some guy, some
Young muscle
member
guy,
of I guess of the authority or whatever you called it back then, security. You have to go to the kids' waiting room.
Because you had to be 18.
All right, well. Anything else new and exciting?
No, but this thing, you know what? I know you can't touch your fingers on the part that goes in the machine. You know, the other side because you're skipping. So Dennis upstairs had to clean them. This is hard to take this twin pack out. How do you? Because you gotta just go like this and then push the thing down.
Be careful. It only happened to me once, but I actually broke a DVD forcing it out, and it cracked.
Yeah.
It's a Top Cat one.
I think
Kinda
she might have
sucks.
got this in England.
I like that old
because I
60s
don't
cartoon.
Because she got the hat in England, on Abbey Road Street. Auntie Diane.
Yep.
She saw Kelly. He didn't call it. He didn't. I don't think he might have blocked me.
Are you
What?
camera shy? Every time I point the camera, she comes up to me and she's looking at me. If I point the camera at her, she runs away.
You see how these are hiding her bald spot? This little hair here?
How old is she now?
2. She's going to be 2 in 2.5 weeks.
Time flies.
We got 3 more years to go.
Till what?
To get her knocked up. And you know what? She, you see how the hair covers her bald spot?
Oh yeah.
She does the same thing. You know that? Oh, you want me to throw that out?
What's that?
You said you wanted at one time that mirror on the bathroom door. I got the old one. I got a new one on there now. You want the old one, or you want me to throw it out? That mirror on the bathroom door, that long mirror.
I'll take a long mirror. Yeah.
You still want it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well.
Do you remember the white here on Tasha? It was up to here.
Oh
See how
yeah.
hers are shorter. It goes from here, and Tasha had it up to here. Remember?
Maybe, I
white
don't know.
there.
I'd have to see pictures. Hey, did you hear about Sam Elliott? The cancer cluster is putting the boot on his neck. So, Sam Elliott's a pretty tough guy, so I'm sure he can handle the pain with the boot on his neck. But maybe he'll think twice before
The actor?
support. Yeah, maybe he'll think twice before voice-overing an ad promoting Biden for president. Just saying.
Come here, Ann. Come here, baby girl. Uppy.
So since I gave him permission to drill the hole on your head and get that blood clog out, how have you been feeling?
Okay, but I seem to forget. I have to write down like I used to, on my calendar, my doctor's appointments and shit.
Yeah.
And then
Everybody has to do that.
Yeah, I know. And then I seem to forget what day it is sometimes. Like I wake up and it's Saturday or Friday, and I have to ask somebody, what day is it?
Well, you're driving, so I guess you're doing all right. How's that Regal doing?
Fine, but...
It's a 2011, right?
Yeah, but I can't... Yeah, and the 12 and 13 look the same, and the 14 and 15 are a little different. There's not a mark on it, and there's no scratches, and there's no dents, but I got that ball on the top. It's chipped, the ball, and they have to buy the whole shift gear. Because the guy said that some of the shifts have screws on the bottom where you just get the piece and the little, like the thing like this, you see? Like here's the ball, and then it goes down here and there's screws, and it just take the screws out and get the little piece, and that's like $35. But my car, you got to get the whole gear, the whole thing, and
that's typical of these cars now.
Yeah,
You gotta disassemble the whole thing to get at one thing.
and
Yeah.
that's 143. See, mine's not the $35. Mine is the 143. That's I don't have that to spare right now. I have so much power. I heard she's married to
Boy,
a
these
white
song
girl.
titles on these Paul Young albums some of them are quite elaborate. I'm gonna tear your playhouse down.
Why does she have so much power? That's what I like to know. That new mayor of Chicago, that Miller woman. Why does she have so much fucking power? They never listened to Daley when Daley was mayor. Why are they listening to her? What has she got that?
Oh, you talking about Littlefoot or Lightfoot?
That nigger woman in Chicago, that mayor.
Lightfoot, yeah.
What has she got?
Or as I call her, the female Beetlejuice.
She's a lesbian. You know that? And
I didn't know. I don't care about these people's personal life.
What the fuck has she got all this power for?
I couldn't tell you.
The cops always went around Daley. I mean, why can't they go around this bitch too? I mean, I don't understand why this bitch has got all this fucking power. What the fuck? Who the fuck is she? Before, Denny's was for the whites and IHOP was for the blacks. And then when we met Uncle Vince, me and Shell and Jamie.
Here's that real
time,
world racism you're hearing right now. There is no such thing as systemic racism.
We're talking about our hometown, I'm just wondering, where did she come off with all this stuff?
Why can't whites and blacks go to Denny's? That's what I'm wondering.
Because it was subaggrated before,
What do you mean subaggrated?
where they had theirs and we had ours.
Oh, you mean segregated.
Yeah.
So you're for segregation then, okay. Well, no wonder you voted for Biden then. That's what Biden's for. Biden's for segregation. If a person's black, you treat them this way. If a person's white, you treat them that way.
Not anymore since he picked that woman for vice president.
And why did you vote for him then?
I don't know. The family's always been Democrat.
See, when I was a child, 8, 9, 10, you told me the exact opposite. Our family was Republican. Make up your mind.
No.
No, I remember. When I was a child, you said our family voted Republic.
I must have been drunk or something. I don't know. I voted Republican only twice in my whole life. I voted for Reagan, and I voted for Bush once. The first time.
Anywho.
He said his TV works in the living room, but there's nowhere to sit.
My father's world.
So what happened to sit now?
I guess you'll just have to stand and watch it. Yeah, you're right. There is nowhere to sit.
Unless you go in your bedroom.
Yeah, I suppose we could do that. I'll just bring a folding chair in there for you. Alright, I'm going to stop recording. Mike Perlak, thank you for your time. Give you a little insight to what the man who raised me is like. I use that term loosely.